time instead of them 3. What'd you say, baby? So sweet. Viking, Johnny Cash.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that
Exactly, he know better, so I'm waiting on his bomb, man. Let's see what he do now. Now that that stream up in his ass on the clock. Now I see what the fuck he got going on now. Falcons uniform was cold as hell too. Bitch on broadcast and shut the fuck up. Nigga say bitch on broadcast and shut the fuck up. Bengals told this shit to Patriots, I think. Whatever the fuck he's saying. Funny as hell, he's getting bitch on broadcast and shut the fuck up.
Camera action, living in a dream. Now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion.
Now let's see how long it'll take his ass to join. Cause this stream gonna have him wait on his bomb ass.
You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Now man, magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face?
Put the pressure on you on the stream,
they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace.
I don't even know who got who. I don't know what defense I'm finna play.
Had to watch for the jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up. It look like I'm
Howie Long. I ain't never had Howie before. I'm just salty. I'm salty. I ain't get the pick because you know I was picking my linebackers. You know exactly who I was going to get. See what I'm saying? So I know I would have been able
Coach,
to get
a very
Urlacher
warm day outside by Minnesota
Willis.
standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. The Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was the Falcons' victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in... Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Pick six. Pick six
on for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
This nigga out here dropping dimes. I can't believe what I'm seeing from this nigga. He's cutting up.
First down, it's Locke. And that is
He's gonna drop that. Keenan Allen
hold
drop
on through the
fast.
contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10, Luck again. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn to either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd and 9. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He used to catch the shit off the rock.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Oh, this nigga from the freshman, he's stupid as hell. He's dumb as hell. He passed Colleen with this nigga.
Throwing his Locke. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A give right side now to Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Now Sayers, and not much to speak of.
He called
a
you to get off the
1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yeah, 7-7.
A run, this is Sayers. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach.
Go for it on no 4th and 3 on his own 32. He better punt that shit. Ain't shit to even review, niggas. 4th and 3 on your own 32. Punt the ball, bruh. We ain't got any shit different. I'm finna see if he'll give me the
running back for the Ravens got a cold ass face mask, boy.
Yeah, that one, yeah, Ingram got that nice motherfucking face, man. Bro, the rules is the same as the other league. What are you doing? Punt the fucking ball already, bro.
Prior to the game, he's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. This will be taken at the 10. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
7-7, our score after 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Alpha! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! 57 to Mike!
A shotgun snap for Locke. Open man, it's Allen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A loss of 2 there. Second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Hey, exit. Right there. 56. Down to lose one. 56 to Mike. 56.
On 2nd and 12. Luck. Flush to his right. He finds an opening past the 40. And hauled in by the tight end Miller. 22 yards there, a first down. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now the pitch to Hunt, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Recon, 152 fighter. Check 56. Alive.
On 2nd and 12, Luck. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Luck now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Out of the gun, Luck. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Luck. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
He be trying to read the
and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the red zone now, Luck. He's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. That's the 20-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
He is out of bounds right around the 34. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You can hit him to 6. Nope.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now it's Watson. And going deep for him. Got a man. It's touchdown, Vikings. Tyreek Hill 56 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And oh, it's blocked. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, 20, 10. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Shit like that.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Locke.
Look at this bullshit, man. You fucking let him jump up and pick a pass off the 30 feet outside with a
and they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, bullshit now, bro.
After the interception, here's Watson.
And
a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills.
Bro,
but he plays hard on every
is
down.
30
And
yards
that motor
behind
on
me,
full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
He went to the inside.
A run at Sayers right side. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch the
They run with Sayers. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Just flat out grab.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go, defense. Hey, Delta.
From the 50, it's Locke. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run with the Hall of Famer Sayers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
I'm here all day.
From the gun, here's Watson. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real difference.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a second and long. From the gun, here's Love. He's got Allen. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ask him how much he paid you to hold his nuts for him.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Now it's Love. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
This
Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
See it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They're going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
That has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Well, this is caught by Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down of the process. On the give, this is Sayers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
It's a game of 2s. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's a give now to Sayers. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
I don't think you got it, sir. Hey, give me 5. Mike, check. 59.
They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Yeah, so good beat, Mike. Yes, sir.
Picked off at the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Lott. He's going to loft one. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down. It's Hunt, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Lott. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Vinatieri's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. It's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, it's Watson. And going deep for Hill.
But you got time. What are you talking about? You cannot tell me Jesus got that touchdown, and then you not tell me he'll make that catch over Patrick Peterson.
55 yards.
No, man.
They come out here in the eye. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and pound it in with Sayers. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
These bailing motherfuckers out, man.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Flushed out right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From Viking territory now. They'll come up first and 10 at the 46. Love. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on the
Clock throwing again.
Look at this shit. Oh my fucking
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there, and a Falcon first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing again is Locke. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I had this shit on there, like 20 carries for no yards. And this nigga, he ain't even light. And the thing is, he can't even like that. He can't stop shit. Got this nigga stuff in the room if he a Madden guy.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Dillon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. Looking out to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2 and try and make it a field goal difference.
Just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth
just
quarter
tell me
more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. These are the spots and stages of the game where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Throwing it in here on second down, this time complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. 54. 59. Been a long day for you. Shoot.
He think I don't see what you finna try to do. I'm definitely on that shit. So please do it. I know he is. He think I don't see what he finna try to do.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Yep. But I'm using the safety of Davis.
Watson. I'm
done, yo. They just cheated for this nigga, man.
Down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Look at this shit. Now they couldn't get in the fucking game. I'm in a 4-6. How the fuck is he running the ball with the fuck?
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
He shouldn't be getting sick.
Now a give, running left, it's Sayers.
Look at this, yo.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out.
They giving it to him, though. I can't all of a sudden I can't do shit.
Their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing the receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down.
Yo, they gave this man a yard, and look where I hit him.
2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. 1st first down marker at the 31. It's third down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down
gain
well
of 4
first at
yards
about
on
the
that.
36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And a timeout comes in. The
Tell me he
whistle's
gained
blown
4
with 3
yards on the
seconds
side.
remaining.
No
Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This will be from 53 for the win.
Watch they give it to him. Good.
And no, wide left. It's no good. And a tough finish to this one.
Good to get this nigga again. Good. He shouldn't have no fucking business even being in the game. Fuck out of here. Shouldn't even been a close game. Nigga ain't no business in the game.